The BAFI team over here are cast, the cast that we call them Mikey, our main questers, Mikey Astorga, Megan, Mikey plays Mikey, Megan, one of our main questers, Megan Mortales.
From the press, good afternoon. My name is Howard Weston. I'm an agreement officer with USAID, United States Agency for International Development. As the lead U.S. government agency that provides development and humanitarian assistance internationally, USAID works to combat climate change and support partner countries on their paths to sustainable and resilient development. In the environment sector, USAID supports the Philippine government, private sector, and civil society to protect this great country's great biodiversity, natural resources, and to promote water and energy security and support the country's transition to low carbon emissions. In the environment sector, USAID also works to combat illegal and exploitative fishing and reduce vulnerability to climate change impacts and natural disasters. But in order to achieve these goals, we need the support of communities, and communication is critical to raising awareness about how Philippine lives and livelihoods depend on a healthy and diverse natural environment. Through our sustainable interventions for biodiversity, oceans, and landscape activity that we all know as CBOL, USAID develops education and communication campaigns to increase public awareness about environmental conservation, the challenges we are facing today, and of course, the solutions to those challenges. For example, in partnership with the Bonifacio Arts Foundation, Inc., or BAFI, USA co-produced 12 episodes of the biodiversity show Mind is School, which highlights the importance of biodiversity in the Philippines by integrating environment and scientific concepts and entertainment for children, families, and communities. The program became the #1 local science show with over 11 million views since it started in 2021. Because of its success, the station will be running these shows again in the coming months. And we're proud to partner with BAFI again for a 2-part Mind is School special episode on the biodiversity crisis, which will air later this month. We are excited to give you a sneak peek at this important program. To help the public learn more about protecting the environment, USAID also co-developed with BAFI this unique, immersive, and interactive experience called the Biodiversity Crisis Escape Room. This interactive exhibit welcomes participants to play various community roles in order to escape the biodiversity crisis through community collaboration. As part of our mission to reach wide audiences, the Biodiversity Crisis Escape Room will travel to Harbor Point in Subic, Zambales on June 15 and 16. It will be in Robinson's Mall in Puerto Princesa City, Palawan on June 29 and 30, and in the Abriza Mall in Davao City on July 27th and 28th, before returning here to the Mind Museum. We are thrilled to share this experience and can't wait for you to experience it for yourselves. Thank you very much for joining us today. Maraming salamat sa lahat kayo. Okay. And we hope that you will join us in spreading this important message of conservation. Thank you very much, and please enjoy the exhibit.
Press conferences about biological diversity is not as exciting as people getting hooked or having new boyfriends or girlfriends. But so short of having a press conference in a deforested area, we are inviting you to something supremely creative that we thought of. You are writers, so I think you have a deeper appreciation of what it's like to engage your readers and your audiences. So we're doing our part. I hope you do yours. So welcome to the Mind Museum, everyone. Today, friends and allies in the race to find and act on the solutions to the biodiversity crisis. 37 years after the first satellite pictures of massive loss of habitats in the Philippines. 32 years after the first convention on biological diversity in 1992. Probably thousands of international meetings, or even more, thousands of national local meetings about it. We have not made a dent, none, on arresting biodiversity loss. In fact, it has gotten worse. Something, many things, most things we have been doing, or have done, or will do, will not work. One of Einstein's most famous quotes, but never ever heeded, is, "We cannot solve our problems with the same thinking we used when we created them." We're so good at that. We just like to use old tools to solve really strange problems. So to compel stakeholders, so my team and I here at the Mind Museum focus on science engagement to draw attention and action, especially to the most critical challenges that we face. That is our core strength. So we flip many things in our heads to figure out the most effective way for people to pay attention. The most precious commodity, attention. Probably next to biodiversity, since it's very scarce. So to compel stakeholders and the public to think differently about their roles in solving the biodiversity crisis, we collectively put our heads together and thought, what if the biodiversity crisis were an escape room? The Biodiversity Crisis Escape Room, or BISR, nicknamed BISR, is the first traveling, experiential, immersive space made up of 3 main rooms that will stand for the biodiversity crisis. The goal is for the participants to escape the crisis together. No one can escape by himself or herself. They have to escape together by helping one another realize and fulfill their roles. Inside BISR, participants will take on roles that they would randomly pick. They will enter 3 connected rooms that they could only escape if they understand what needs to be done and that they will work together. The challenges they will face in each room are very tied closely to realizing the amazing work of the RTI Seabold scientists, yung mga sukat ng kalikasan. Because we've always valued nature as, it's nature, as if it were out there, as if we are not part of it. So the amazing team of RTI Seabold scientists came up with the many dimensions, the many measures for nature that you probably don't even consider in your everyday lives. So these measures, or values of nature, we need to heed in order to escape the biodiversity crisis. The experience will be facilitated. You cannot go at it alone, or you'd be lost, or you'll just live there, never come out. So it will mimic real human conversations and actions that need to happen in decision making involving our natural heritage, in which we all share in terms of not just benefits but responsibilities. The 2-part biodiversity special of Mind School TV, the #1 science show across all channels now, is a TV version of BISR, fleshing out a narrative that will involve our main questers, our mind movers, as well as non-human players who will be called out to help in Mind School since it's been held hostage by the biodiversity crisis. They will experience being trapped in the rooms together with other characters, including life-sized or larger than life. As you know, that is a tarsier. That tarsier is not that big. So it's larger than life to represent non-humans such as flora, fauna, habitats, abiotic elements, giving nature a voice in the escape room and on TV. Then you'd probably say, that's so easy and it's just play because you're a museum, you don't risk anything. Nope. Previous brain research has shown that imagining an act, previous brain research have shown that imagining an act can activate and strengthen regions of the brain involved in real-life execution. Learning skills used in real-world situations like negotiations, debate, teamwork, cooperation, and persuasion. An imagined thing is as real as the one you actually experience. This is what happens to the brain when you watch MSC TV and experience BSER. We are always grateful and forever grateful actually to USAID and RTI through CBOL for trusting us with this. I have a front seat to how this next generation, which is my team, on how they would face challenges and creatively figure out how to engage each other and the general public to internalize really complex issues that involve politics, environment, social, and economic dimensions. Most of all, RTI, USAID through CBOL allowed us to recruit supremely imaginative ways of engagement for science to serve life, biodiversity, in ways that maybe if we work together truly this time, because time is running out, that finally it will matter. Now, dear press and other conservation allies, it is your turn. Dear writers, to be supremely creative and compelling others to care about the crisis. Our literal lives depend on it, so we're looking forward to your excellent pieces. Thank you.